Well, good evening. Welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit odd. Halloween's coming up, so we're going to do a ghost. Haha! I thought this would be kind of fun project. I've done a couple of them before. I had a lot of fun doing them. So I thought this would be kind of an interesting spin on Halloween. Very simple, easy project to do. I'm going to be using my scroll saw tonight. Hopefully I won't have any issues with that. I had a couple issues here a few nights ago. My little thing tightens up, my blade come loose, and I had to fix that. But anyway, I digress. So I wanted to share with you my new sign. Welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Like, subscribe, share. My name, Paul Courtwright. Hey, how about that? My neighbor did that for me. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, with all that being said, basically let's get started on tonight's project here. So what I've got here is just a piece of pine, probably a 2x12. This was off a crate that came in at work. We got a machine in or something. This was a piece of the wood that came from that. So I thought this would be an interesting project to use that on. It's just a piece of pine, like I said, and I drew out the basic shape. I won't follow that. I got a nose and two eyes on it. I've already drilled my holes for the bit, or for my blade to go through. So I'm just going to cut it out on my scroll saw here. Let's get started on this. So hang tight, and we'll get this show on the road. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this out, the eyes out first. Like I said, I'm using my scroll saw here. I like this little scroll saw. It's a good saw, Dremel. I don't even think they make these anymore, but if they did, I'd probably buy a second one. I like them. So anyway, I just poked my blade through there, and I'm using I believe it's a number 5 skip tooth blade is what I'm using. Let's get started. So here we go. This is going to be a pretty easy pine. Cuts really easy. And you don't have to be exact on it because this is a ghost, and you know, it's there's no rhyme or reason, no wrong shape, cut, whatever. So you'll notice that I'm cutting it out in my throat. Going back, it doesn't go all the way back because I hit the back of my piece, so I just kind of go back as far as I can. And then I just kind of work my way around. I got to do this in a couple different passes. And you'll see me get up and stand up while I'm doing it. The fun part's yet to come, I got to say. I do enjoy doing this. It's kind of fun to do. You see, I cut around to this side. And if I use a small blade, I can turn. You'll see me stand up. And sometimes it's easier. More maneuverability with it. And so I got part of my eye cut out. So that in the scrap box. And then I just kind of come in here and finish cutting it out. clean that little bit there up. First one to be cut out. Part of the reason why I like to use a scroll saw versus a bandsaw on something like this is I get a cleaner cut. Not that there's anything wrong with using a bandsaw. If you have a bandsaw, not a scroll saw, by all means use it. I mean, it'll cut faster. There's no doubt. I just tend to use the scroll saw when it comes to stuff like this, and oops, forgot to put my tension on my blade. So I just use a scroll saw on this, and I like the way it cuts. I get a smoother cut, you know. And I just nothing against using a bandsaw. I use my bandsaw a lot. One of the things, if you look around my shop right now, there's a huge mess. Been working on a lot of different projects, trying to get caught up on some orders and things that are done. I still got a ton of them to do, which is a good thing. Not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. Keeps me busy. I enjoy doing them. So I enjoy doing them, and sometimes you catch the blade, you can get rid of that little bit there. Come in from the other direction. And just use my cut. And this is just simple knotty pine, nothing fancy. All right, there's my two eyes. So far looks pretty good. Now I'll do my nose, and the nose I just was messing around when I drew this. No real design on that as far as the shape. I just, just kind of squiggled something on there. Figured I would do it on the fly as far as the shape goes. So, but you could use a jigsaw doing this too as well. If you have a jigsaw and don't have a scroll saw or even a bandsaw. This one I'll be able to spin around real easily. So I'll just get up my line and kind of this is 3/4 inch thick. You could use thinner material, you could use thicker. I just, what I had, and so that's what I'm using. 3/4 inch pine. That's really easy. You can use most anything you got. You got pallet wood, you can use that. Make smaller ones, bigger ones. Okay. All right, that takes care of that part of it. All right, now comes the fun part. This is the part that when I made these last time, I really enjoyed. So this is the part where I got my face cut out. So now I'm going to cut the outer edge on it. And you can cut just a simple piece out like that. I just find it's kind of blasé and thought I would do something different. So this is what I do. I start down here and just kind of go in and just randomly cut in and out and different designs. I really get carried away when I get up to the top. It makes it fun. Just kind of get up here and kind of give him a little bit of features on it. I have to come out because hitting my piece back there. So now I just come up to the top and I'm thinking I'm going to give him a little bit of hairdo, give him like kind of like a mohawk. This is where the fun part comes in. You just kind of randomly turn it. Good, so he ain't supposed to have perfect hair, you know? I just kind of, like I said, just randomly turn it and spin around. And actually, it's kind of fun doing that. See, so far, kind of funky looking hair. And then the top part here, I just kind of go in, come out, go in. Give him some points on his head. Kind of like I said, there's no rhyme or reason, no right, wrong, or indifferent. So far, looking pretty good, I think. I'm going to do a little bit more down here. And we'll turn around. All right, I'm going to go a little bit further. Come down here and start from this end. I just randomly go in and out and all right, there's my ghost. I got him cut out. So we'll do a little sanding on him, clean him up, and then we'll torch him and paint him. And this will be a cool little project. So hang tight. I got to do a little sanding. All right, so here we are. I got my palm sander here, 120 sandpaper. I got my dust mask on, put my earplugs in. I'll get started sanding. We'll go from there. So this is just 120. All right, so that's basically one side. I'll finish the other side and we'll be right back. All right, so we got him sanded up. Looks pretty good, and you see these little dings and stuff. That's from, like I said, this came from a pallet of some sort. One of the things I did notice, I got a little bit thin here on this piece and that one, and this one up here. Got a little bit thin, but that's all right. Let's go torch it and see what happens next. All right, so hang tight. We'll go outside and torch. All right, well, we're outside. This fall weather, as you know, the sun goes down faster. So when the sun goes down, it kind of stops you from going outside a lot and doing things like this later in the evenings. So I bought me a new can of propane here, and somehow or another, I didn't check it, but just a tip, if you ever buy one, make sure that nobody's dropped it on the top, because they're a pain in the butt to get the torch head on. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'll put it over here somewhat in the light, but basically I just take the torch and I just go in here I'm gonna torch one side pretty much the whole side, and then the other one I'm just gonna kind of do around the eyes. That's what my plan is. So I want to torch the one side real dark. One thing about pine is it burns pretty quick, so you got to really be careful that you don't hold your torch in one spot for very long, because it will burn fast. It catches fire real easily. So just got to be careful and watch so you don't burn yourself. That's the other one. Ask me how I know that. I was torching one of my flags and had to set my piece down. I had torch in one hand, the piece in the other, and I turned around and held the torch on my leg for a little bit too long, and I figured out how hot that flame is. Got a little bit of a mark, singed all my hair off my leg. But, you know, you learn a little bit here and there. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see this. And then I just torch the mouth. I just go in here and try to really char that real good, because obviously a ghost is going to be white, so I'll paint him white. Well, guess I kind of waited too long in the day to come out to do this. It's a little darker than what I like, but that's all right. It's a nice cool fall day, so we're just about done. Get this hairdo, and we'll flip it around and do the other side next. That's what I was saying about being thin, that you gotta watch them thin spots, as they catch on fire pretty easily. Alright, so basically, I know you probably can't see this. In fact, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside where I'll do it in the garage, and we'll go from there. So let's follow me. Alright, so we're gonna finish this off inside, which I normally don't do because it does create a stink. So luckily I don't have much to do. But as you can see, I want to do right around the mouth and the eyes a little bit darker, especially like between the two. And then up on top a little bit. Make sure I got my sides. Alright, and then the back side, I'm just going to I'm going to do his hair up here. Just and then I'll do around the eyes. A little bit down the side, and then just kind of just enough to color the base of it. Do the other side as well. And then we'll do the mouth the same way. And that's it. So I'd say that looks pretty good. All right, I'll shut the torch off here, and then we'll go get her painted. So hang tight. All right, so we're back in the shop here. I got him all torched up. I like it the way it looks. Looks good. Kind of wipe it down, and I'll go get the stain, and we'll stain it up, and we'll go from there. So let's get some stain going here. All right, so let's put our gloves on, and basically I'm going to use some Minwax. It's the same white that I use on my flag, so it's a Minwax water-based stain. I like this stuff. It's some good stuff. Find me a screwdriver or something to open this with, and we'll be all set. I like this stain. It works real well. So I've been playing around with some other things. A little tip when you're doing this stuff, if you use the foam brushes, which I like using on this stuff, the foam brush, you put them in a plastic bag when you're done. You can get 4 or 5 uses out of a foam brush. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by painting the edges first. So I just go through and I just put it on there pretty gingerly. You know, the white or the char will come through this, which makes it kind of cool looking, I think. But I'll just go through and the reason I like these brushes is because I can smooth it all out with a brush and I don't have to use a rag. That's what I find works real well. So that's that right there. And then I just basically, let's do this side here, show you what I got. And then I just basically put it on like this and just kind of paint it on. And just cover the whole thing with this white paint or white stain. And then once it's done, I'll show you real quick what I do. I just take the brush, and as you can see, I just go through and just kind of do this number on it. And you can see how the black comes through. And it kind of gives it that cool, Halloween-y look, if you want to call it that. So that's what it looks like. So basically, I will continue to do this, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you my final step, which will be just putting a coat of polyurethane on it. Gotta take the glove off so I can pause you for a minute. Take my thumb out so I can pause you so you're not watching me do that. All right, so here we are. We just finished it up. Kind of cleaning up a little bit here. And we'll take and give that a chance to dry, and then we'll polyurethane it. So hang tight 1 second, and I'll go get some polyurethane, and we'll do that. All right, so let's give it a quick coat of polyurethane. Normally I'd use a water-based poly, but I'm just going to spray this on there. Give it a quick coat of that and this. And I'm just going to do some light coats. do some light coats, turn it over, and do the other side. Flip it over and do the other side again. One thing about the Minwax stain, it dries pretty quick. So, and flip it back, do the other side again. It's supposed to be fast drying, so. And I think we'll flip it over one last time, and then I'll let it dry. You can see this side here, I just didn't burn this side. I'd say it looks pretty good though, personally. So, that being said, you know, I enjoy doing what I'm doing here. Actually, leave a few comments down below on what you think, what you thought of the process. Let me know if you decide to do a couple of them, and I want to see what yours looks like. Send me a picture of what you've done. Just curiosity. Again, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You know, leave some comments to me. Let's help this channel grow. And hopefully you got something out of it and you enjoyed this video. Maybe you'll go out and you'll do a few of these for Halloween. So enjoy it. Thank you for joining me. Again, please share, like, subscribe. Let's get this channel to grow. I'm trying to break 100 subscribers, so see what happens here. I got a ways to go, but it'd be nice to get 100 subscribers, you know, before the end of the month, but we'll see what happens. All right. Thanks. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself.